So anyhow, we were there working. We working there. We worked there for a year and a half, and we were used on top, semi final on top in one of the towns and they come up to said to us, if we can move you out, now he said, we have to start jobbing you. Jobbing you is getting beaten all the time and put the new people over, or we can move you out and bring you back later and move you to another territory. And we says, where are you going to move us? And they says, there's a promotion called Stampede promotion. Now, we never heard of Stampede. This is a notorious promotion in wrestling in those days. Everyone of a name has worked in it. And it was owned by Stu Hart. We didn't know who Stu Hart was. Bret Hart's father. Stu Hart had 12 kids. It's a notorious family in Canada. And Bret Hart was WWE champion for many years. And Owen Hart fell out of the roof at one of the pay-per-views and got killed ringside. He was on a hoist. I remember, it was in Kansas City. He was coming out on a rope. When they have them down, and the clips had come undone, and he fell to the pavement on a pay-per-view.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a big lawsuit. Anyhow,
what was that? So what year was that?
That was in about 99, 2000. Wow. Anyhow, getting back, so we moved we moved to that next territory, and we never knew. The first night we're there, we're working against the champions, and we got disqualified. Wrestling prearranged. Anyhow, we got disqualified. We started beating them up with the New Zealand flag. We always carried the New Zealand flag, right? Next minute, these kids were thrown into the ring. And I'll tell you who by in a minute. And we were told, beat them up. So the two champions, who we just got squatted from lying there, and these 4 kids from 11 to about 13 are thrown in the ring, and 2 of them are bleeding. And we're putting the boot to them and that, and then we leave. We left the ring and we go back to the back. And we hadn't met Stu Hart yet, and Stu Hart's there. He said, what the F are you doing? And we said, well, the guy that threw them in said, the guy that threw these kids in the ring said, beat them up. So we beat them up. And you know what I mean? Because we came in to get over, as the bad guys.
Right.
And this was televised.
Yeah. Friday
nights were televised in the pavilion. In the fairgrounds in Calgary, there's 2 arenas. The pavilion, which holds 3,000, and then now it's the Saddle Dome. It holds 20. That's where all the big shows and the pay-per-views are done and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the promotion did 3 shows a year, where they did the Friday and they did the Sunday back to back. So anyhow, we beat them up and that. Now, these were Stu Hart's kids. He didn't know. Oh. And who was throwing them in was Abdullah, the butcher. You've heard of Abdullah the butcher?
No.
He blood crazy, you know what I mean? He cut them all and threw them in.
What?
Yeah, the kids.
Was that planned? Was that planned
no,
too? No,
we didn't know. Oh. He was helping us get over.
Yeah.
Abdullah is a heavy name. He drew the biggest houses in Japan with King Brody. Anyhow, if you know, wrestling fans know all about Abdullah the Butcher.
Right.
Anyhow.
That's fucking
and a big controversy
nuts.
with Vince McMahon. Anyhow, so we put the boots on him, and he told us they were his kids, and one of them was Brett, believe it or not, and the other one Owen was too young at the time, and there was other kids, he had 12 kids, 8 boys and 4 girls. Stu. Anyhow, that was our territory. So that was a Friday night. That was played on Saturday morning. So when we come to the show, that was a double header that weekend. Sunday was in the big arena because they flew talent in for a big show. And when we went out, we got stuff thrown at us. That's how hot we didn't get the drawing power, but we were hated already.
People just hated you. You guys were known as you guys were like the go-to heels.
Yeah, we didn't have the drawing power yet, But you know, when you come into a territory, they feed you guys to beat up and get over. To get you over so you can go to towns and draw people. It usually takes 6 weeks. If you're good heels, it takes 6 weeks of television. 6 television shows, and you're knocking the people on the mic and you're beating people up. And by then, if you're good heels, you can get over. And Butch and me
Get
got
over.
over.
So wait.
Got over to draw.
Get over. Get over means win.
To get over. To get over as a bad guy, to be main eventers.
Okay.
Either to get over, they feed you talent to get over. Get over means you beat them up, whether you win 1, 2, 3, but to get over is a hated talent. You know what I mean? Because the name of our game is the good guy beating the bad guy, but you've got to have the bad guy's going to go get over as a bad guy to draw houses.
Got it.
How do you think that Muhammad Ali? People bought tickets to see Muhammad get beaten. He got over because he knocked people out straight away, and he said, I'm going to knock him out in 3, and he blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And they said, that cocky bastard, we bought tickets. That's why he got over so big, because people bought tickets.
Because they wanted to see. You think they wanted to see him get beat?
But he always,
Really?
Yeah. And Tyson. Look at Tyson.
Yeah, definitely.
He was a heel too.
Yeah.
Tyson was a heel too. George Foreman was a babyface. He was liked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Did you draw any kind of inspiration from guys like that?
Yeah. We draw inspiration from Killer Kowalski. Here's a guy that went who Muhammad Ali followed. Gorgeous George.
Yeah.
Gorgeous George was an old-time wrestler, a fag. He
was
wasn't
gay?
a fag, but no, he worked a fag gimmick.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, and overstrong, and he'd give out, Bobby, came out flamboyantly, hair dyed, with rollers in his hair, blah, 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 and all that shit. That's what I did earlier on in my career. I was Sweet William.
Sweet William.
Yeah, I worked
Did you come out with the sheep?
I worked as a fag. I worked as a fag for a long time.
Wow.
And then, for the first 5 years, I worked as a fag. 6 years.
Wow. And that was in New Zealand.
Yeah, and Australia.
And you drew more emotion out of people because
because I'd had a woman in my corner or a male in the corner, and I'd slap the woman around, spray me with perfume, had rollers in my hair, and all that stuff. Go to women's salons, get my hair done.
Is there any footage of that on the internet? I want to see that.
No, but I got photos and all that when I was doing that gimmick. Yeah. I wore flowery clothes, with puffed out shoulders and all that stuff.
What would you say?
Ballet shoes with a cross thing over here.
Yeah. Did you have to, in a lot of your matches, did you have to hide a razor blade in your mouth and cut yourself, make yourself bleed?
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Did you have to?
No, I don't know what you mean.
You never did that?
Look at my forehead.
Is that why your forehead looks like that from you cutting yourself?
I'm not saying that, but just look at it.
I can see
That's
it.
wild woman with long toenails. How's that?
So you don't talk about that. People don't talk about that.
Well, it's been told. People talk. I don't talk about it.
No. Okay.
But
it's pretty gnarly. A lot of the guys that want to make it and they want to get over.
Yeah,
they have to do crazy shit like that. They have to cut themselves, make themselves bleed.
Hey, when they said blood capsules, there's no blood capsules.
No, it's all
I've never
blood.
used blood capsules at all. And I squirted blood out to as far as where you are.
Fuck.
I've hit main veins.
On your face?
Yes, shit.
Oh
I've got
my God, dude.
If you want to go and see bloody matches, go to the 1986 in the Superdome, New Orleans, the Sheep Herders versus the Fantastics.